In the bitter winter of 1943, Stalingrad was breathing its last, as were the front lines, their final hope for salvation. The snow fell slowly, as if to shroud the soldiers' bodies not with mercy, but with eternal silence. Amidst the devastation, smoke, and cold, General Friedrich Paulus sat in a frigid cellar that had once been the headquarters of the German Sixth Army, contemplating a map that had lost all meaning. The red lines he had drawn himself months before were now like scars on a dying, wounded body. He had believed in victory as a believer believes in destiny, but now he witnessed the shattering of that dream, the triumph of snow over steel. Outside, his soldiers were dying of hunger and cold, some burning their books to light fires that would keep them alive. Others whispered Germany like a prayer that went unanswered. He could hear the echoes of orders coming from Berlin, fight to the last man. But what was the point of fighting when men were dying without ammunition or food? Paulus knew the battle was over, that death was the new ruler of Stalingrad. He sat staring at his portrait on the wall, in his elegant uniform and sharp gaze, before whispering bitterly to himself, "I was made to lead an army, not to bury it." That night, as Soviet artillery pounded the edges of the crumbling city, one of his young officers entered, his face frozen, his eyes gleaming with a hidden fear. "Marshal, the Russians are at the gates." That word marshal was new to him. Hitler had promoted him just the day before, both as a reward for his last act of loyalty and as an insult. He knew the title carried a hidden message. A German marshal was not to be taken alive. On the morning of January 31, 1943, Soviet troops entered the headquarters. Paulus stood calmly, raised his hands without resistance, and surrendered. When a Russian officer asked him in the tone of a victor, "Do you realize what you have done? You have betrayed your oath to Hitler."